everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so very excited to have you here. Happy Bookmas Day 2. Today we are going to sit down and we are going to be talking about the books that I missed out on. Books that I wanted to read possibly at one point or another, but I just feel like now I have outgrown them. It's something that I won't go back and pick up. And this is going to be kind of an OG Booktok edition. So these are going to be all of the more original Booktok books that I did not read originally, that I do not plan on reading at all. I think I missed out on them. I think that they had their moment back whenever they got popular, and they're not something that I would go back and pick up. I have thought about some of these at some point, but as of right now, it's not anything that I would be interested in at all. The only reason that I could see myself going back and reading any of these is if I was doing some type of video just reading books that I don't plan on reading. Other than that though, probably not going to touch them, not going to come near them. I'm just going to let bygones be bygones and just say that I have missed out on that opportunity and be okay with it. I do have a list of top 10 books/book series that I just do not plan on reading. Also kind of authors. I don't feel like I'm going to dabble with these authors at all. I just feel like missed opportunity for me, and I'm alright with that being the case. First up on the list, I have Icebreakers, and really just that whole series. If you watched my video yesterday for my Kindle tour, I know that I did have Icebreakers on my Kindle. I've had that on my Kindle for such a long time. I did think that there might be a possibility that I would read it for a video, which is why it's on there, but just reading it by itself, it's not something that I do think that I want to read at all. I don't necessarily have any type of itch to be scratched with hockey romance. It's not something that I'm super into. I don't have anything in me that really just has me wanting to or feeling the need to read any type of hockey romance. And then on top of that, I've heard that this one is so spicy. And I do not like books that are super spicy just for the sake of being spicy. If there's a reason that it's in it, fine, whatever, I can get behind it. And if I don't like it, I can skip it. But whenever books are spicy solely just for the fact that they need to be spicy, people want to read smut, good for you if that's what you like. Definitely not something that's up my alley. So I think that I'm just gonna stay away from this one and from the series as a whole. It just doesn't really feel like my cup of tea. I don't really have any interest in dabbling in it again, unless if for some reason I end up making a video reading like OG Booktok books that I don't plan on reading. If that's something that comes about, then yeah, we might dabble in some of these, but overall, not planning on it. Next up I have, it's really the Chestnut Spring series. I've heard great things about that. I just think that it has come and it's gone. I think that it's too late for me to get into it and read it. I think that this is something that so many people have talked about, so many people have loved. I just don't have a draw to them anymore. That's something that I did want to read at one point or another, but I just never got any of the books, and I just don't feel like I would really care for it that much. I also don't know what it is, but I do not like books about a family. I don't like family books. I don't like books where one book is about Jason and Annie, and then the second book is about Jason's brother Kyle and his girlfriend that he found, Kara. Like, I do not like book series that the series is about new people in the family finding love. I don't care. After the first one, I'm over it. It felt like a standalone to me. I don't need to go in and get little sneak peeks of other characters. I've read the Brutal Prince series, and that was before I felt like DNFing series, I guess. I don't know. For whatever reason, I was in the series and I was like, I have to finish it. Did I have to finish it? No, not at all. I didn't like it. After the first book, I was like, I'm done. I just didn't feel like I could DNF it, so I didn't, and I finished the whole thing. Didn't like it. I don't like stuff like that, so I think that this series being a big family series, it's not going to be anything that I really enjoy. I'm not going to really care for it, I feel like. Could I be absolutely eating my words right now? Yeah, of course. I could pick it up, read it right now, and just absolutely love it, but I just don't have any interest in doing that. Also on that same topic, since I don't have any interest in that, I don't really have any interest in reading any Elsie Silver books at all. I know she has that new series coming out. I don't care. I don't find interest in it. I'm not drawn to it. I'm not wanting to get any of those. So I think for me, just kind of Elsie Silver as a whole, not an author that I'm super interested in reading anything from. If you know my book taste better than I do, which you probably do, if you think that I might absolutely love one of the books in the series, by all means let me know. I might scout it out, put it on my Kindle and just see what I think. But like I said, I do not like family series. I don't like feeling like I need to continue it, and I don't want to just leave it hanging. Next up on the list, kind of the same thing with Elsie Silver, I have Anna Huang. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I could be wrong, probably wrong. But I read Twisted Love. I think I read like maybe 40 to 60% of it, something like that, and DNF'd it. I did not like the dialogue on that. I didn't like the name calling of the female main character. I don't like when the male main character thinks it's sexy to use like degrading words and stuff like that to the person that they're into while they're getting it on. I just don't like that. I don't find that appealing whatsoever. I think it's uncomfortable and just weird. My opinion, it's repulsive, not something that I like at all. I don't like really any just really aggressive men doing, like, I just don't like that. I literally don't even know how to explain that, but I just don't like it. So I didn't like the stuff that he was calling her. I ended up DNFing it because of that. It just got on my nerves so bad. I have no interest in Twisted Love. I have no interest in any of those series that she has out. What is it, like King of Wrath, something like that? No idea, but I have no interest in any of those. I don't think that I will pick up any other book by her. I have heard that one of the Twisted books is really great, and I was contemplating just skipping to that one, but I don't even have any interest in that, so I think that she's just gonna be a no for me. Again, I just don't like any type of books where we're just moving on to different characters and finding a love story for them, and I think that kind of has some correlation with her books, and I also don't want anything really spicy like that, so not interested. Next up, again, another author. I'm not being a hater to these authors. I'm sure that they have beautiful books. I'm sure some people absolutely love them and are keeping them in business, and that is so great for them. I'm so glad they succeeded. But another one on my list is Lauren Asher. I read Throttled. I should have DNF'd Throttled, but I did not. I finished the whole book. Absolutely hated it. That's probably one of my most disliked books that I have ever read. Absolutely did not like it at all. So not interested in the Throttled series at all. What is that one? Dirty Air? I don't know why I know that, but I know that. Not interested in that at all. I did not like those characters. I didn't care about the side characters in it, so I don't care to read other books about the other characters. Same thing with the other series that she has. I don't have any interest in the fine print anymore after reading that first book of hers. I don't have any interest in that new series that she has coming out. Just does not seem appealing to me at all. I don't know anything about them, so I could be just talking because I don't like Throttled. That's probably what it is. But again, just kind of fits in that same realm of big series based off of different characters in the series. Don't care for that. I don't think I will ever care for that. I could change my mind at some point and really enjoy it, but I have not felt really connected to any type of characters in a book like that where I would want to continue on with other stories of other people. This one might be kind of odd for me to say, considering the fact that I have the entire series on my bookshelf, but I have not read them, and I don't think that I plan to at all, to be honest. That is the Lucy Score. I don't remember what the actual series is called, but it's the Things We Never Got Over book series. I can't remember what the actual series is called, but I don't think that I want to read that. I look at them on my shelf all the time. I have absolutely no draw to them whatsoever. I think it's the same thing where it's just other family members. Not gonna say it again, you know. Also, I don't really care for Lucy Score. I think that some of the things that she has written I find amusement in, and when I say that, that's definitely more me just finding amusement in the words that she uses to describe body parts. I find it extremely fascinating what she comes up with to call some of these things. For instance, I was reading By a Thread. Yeah, I was reading By a Thread from her, and she called a booty hole a tight ring of muscle. I will absolutely never get over that. I tell every single person that I can about that just because I find it so hilarious. And you know me, I'm not one to really dabble in spice. I really just don't read the spice scenes. I really just skip over them. Lucy Score books I will read. I will read them because I want to know what she is describing everything as. I will say that. I'll give that to her. She has a way with words. She really does. She really does, but I don't like her books. I don't have any interest in reading that series. I know that I have the whole series. I know that is probably very wasteful. There might be some reason that I read it in the future. Maybe I want to just give a full-blown spoiler on those books, but I don't know. As of right now, I just don't have any interest in reading them. I don't care, and if they burnt away on my shelf tomorrow, I wouldn't really care. Sorry. Sorry, Lucy Score. Then I have the Spanish Love Deception. This is a book that I had on my TBR for a very long time, something that I was very interested in reading. This one I don't really have any specific reason not to want to read it. other than the fact that I just feel like it's an older book. I feel like it's been there, done that. Everybody loved it at the time that they loved it. I don't really want to go back and read something that I don't know if I'd really care for. It just feels like a cheesier book to me. I don't really think that I would care for that much. I would just give it a 3-star. I don't really want to seek out a book like that I just envision a 2 to 3 star in my head. That doesn't really sound appealing. It kind of feels like a waste of my time, and I do have other things that I need to get through first, so I just don't really care. I don't really have any interest in reading that anymore. Again, I think it came and went and it just passed me by, and not mad about it. Next, I have Red, White, and Royal Blue. I know that this is so popular. Every single person I feel like has read this book. There is a movie about it now. I just don't have any interest in it. I think that I've seen enough about people talking about it and enough of the movie trailer, clips of the movie, all of that, to where I kind of get the gist of it, and I don't really feel like I need to go in and read the entire book, because I get what it's about and what it is about, that I understand. I just don't really care that much. Like I said, I have the gist of it. I'm good with just the gist. It's not something that's propelling me to want to go in and read it. And I think at this point, if I was interested in it, I probably would just watch the movie, because it's got some really good actors, but just, I don't know. Then I put It Happened One Summer, and also like Hook, Line, Sinker, just kind of all of those books. Again, just cheesy little books that I feel like I would give about 3-star. I don't think that I would find anything of quality that I am looking for out of those. Again, I just see it as more of a 3-star rating. I just don't want to get myself into reading a book that I'm only gonna give 3-star. It just doesn't sound productive at all with my time, with my brain trying to actually figure out what I like and what I don't like. Also, I feel like those are just gonna be obnoxiously spicy for just such a small book and what it is. Not interested. I'm sure a lot of people loved them. I'm sure that they have gotten a lot of people back into reading, but I am not trying to get back into reading. I am already into reading, so I don't really feel like I need short, little, quirky, cheesy, spicy, whatever to kind of get me in the mood for wanting to pick up other things. Next up on the list is the Caraval trilogy. I feel like the original 3 books for that World series, I just don't know if I really am interested in. I don't think that there would be anything wrong with them necessarily, but I have heard such mixed reviews, and it kind of just keeps me from wanting to read them, especially the fact that I want to read is it Once Upon a Broken Heart? I think that's what it is. I think that those are more appealing to me. So the first books in the series, I don't really care for as much. I don't really want to read, especially with people saying that they're not necessary to read to start the other books. I will say the other books at this point, they are getting older. I don't know if I'm really as interested in reading them as I was whenever I first started reading. So even kind of those are something that I'm like, I just don't really know. It really just depends on what mood I'm in. But since I'm already iffy on those, and those are a lot higher rated than the original, I don't know if I really care to read Caraval at all. Is there a point in time where I might? Of course, I could, but at this point, I don't really want to. The only reason that I actually would is if I read that secondary series, loved it so much, and decided that I really wanted to get the full gist from the beginning, but I know myself, and I don't think that I would do that. This one is kind of controversial. I think it's controversial, or at least I think that it would be. I don't have anything against this book at all, I'll go ahead and say that, but I just don't know what I think about it. I think whenever I first started reading, I saw this book a lot of people liked it, and I wanted to read it because other people were reading it. Other people said it was great, and so I wanted to jump in on the action. By the time I finally got to the point where I would have read that, I did learn very quickly that other people's book taste was absolutely not my book taste at all. A lot of the books that people were recommending were just not something that was my taste, not something up my alley. I did not care for them, so I think a lot of the books that I was being recommended, I kind of just put them on the back burner because I just didn't think that I would like them. And Circe, is that how to pronounce it? I don't know. This one, I just don't know how to feel about it because so many people have said it's great, so many people have said it's not good. So I don't really know who to trust. Obviously, I would just have to do my own reading and see. I have it on my Kindle. I just don't know if I would be drawn to it since it is so much older. I feel like for me, I'm already behind on all of the books that everybody else has read. I feel like whenever it comes to popular books, I'm not ever at the jump. I'm definitely trailing behind, so I get interested in these books. I want to read them, but then time has passed and I find other books and I just lose the interest in some of the other books that I have or have wanted to read. And I think that this is a case of that. It's fallen behind. It's kind of been left in the dust for me. And at this point, it's so covered in dust, I just don't really see the appeal for it anymore. Even with reading the back of the book and what it was about whenever I first started getting into reading, it just didn't seem like something that I would be into, and I was really just trying to follow the crowd with reading it. So being my own person and deciding the books that I want to read and not just letting other people decide them for me, I don't know if I'll end up reading this one. I do have it. It is a possibility that I could, but just right now I don't see myself picking it up. Kind of following along in the same footsteps, I have the Song of Achilles. Again, a lot of people love this. A lot of people were moved by this. A lot of people didn't like it and didn't get it. And I know myself. I know that I'm not a Greek mythology girly. I know that that stuff confuses me. I know that that's not something that I really am interested in by any means. So this book for me is another one of those people telling me that it was good. People telling me that we should read this. People saying that this is the best book that they've ever read. And then just wanting to follow in the footsteps of what everybody else is doing and enjoy the books that everybody else is enjoying, because I don't want to be the one that has the odd book taste. I don't want to be the odd person out. I don't want to be the person that is like, I don't like any of these books that anybody is recommending to me, because I'm not in the position yet to go out and find my own books. I don't know what I like, therefore I don't want to go to Barnes & Noble and look through all the bookshelves and say, hey, I want to try this one out because this one sounds good, because I don't know what sounds good to me. I didn't. So I relied on Booktok to tell me what was good and what was not good. And that's why I have a lot of books now that I just am not interested in. I don't think they're for me because I didn't know it was for me and didn't care at that point whenever I was trying things out. Obviously, nobody would have known if I read them or not, so it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted somebody to tell me what was good, and I didn't want to have to do the actual digging myself. I still do that to this day. People have horror book recommendations, and I click on it, and I'm like, oh, well, let me get all of these books. Let me do all of this because somebody said that they were really great, but their great does not mean my great. So here I am, again, now with the Song of Achilles on my Kindle that I don't know if I really care to read. Again, same thing. I just feel like I left it behind. I'm okay without reading it. I don't have a draw to it anymore, and I'm fine with that. So I don't know. That one, I think, as of right now, I don't plan on reading it at all, but if somebody can convince me, change my mind, I might give it a shot, but I don't know if I'd like it. This last one, I don't know if this one's a popular Booktok book. I don't know if it's an OG Booktok book, but I know that I saw it a lot, and I wanted to try to read it for myself. I read the back of it a million times. I wanted it to sound so good to me, and it just didn't. And that is The Lost Apothecary. I wanted to read this book so bad, and I will be so honest, it was 100% based off the cover. The cover is so pretty. I wanted to read it, and every time I read the back of the book, it did not sound appealing to me whatsoever. And this is also in the era of me gaslighting myself into thinking books sounded good when I absolutely did not think that they sounded good. I just wanted to enjoy the books that everybody else was enjoying. I just wanted to read everything that everybody else was reading so that I didn't have to go out on my own journey and try to find my own books that I thought were good, because I don't like everything that everybody else likes. It was just a lot of me trying to gaslight myself into thinking that I would like books that I wouldn't. And so since I had that feeling with a lot of them that I would read the cover for, I stopped reading the cover and I started getting books without reading it, and that's terrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. I do that all the time still, but just don't do that. That's dumb. So this book, I still think about it a lot. I say that. I don't really think about it that often, but every time I see it, I'm like, man, that just looks so cute. I wish that I would have read that. I wish that I could read that. I don't think I want to. I don't think that it looks like it's up my alley. And again, if I have read the back of it and every single time it does not sound like I'm gonna like it, and I'm just trying to like it because other people say that it's good, I'm like, oh, well, other people say it's so good, I probably just don't know what I think that I like. Be so honest. Be so honest with yourself. I'm not gonna like it. I'm probably not gonna like it, and I'm probably not gonna read it. So those are all the books on my list. I have OG Booktok books I don't think that I'm going to read ever. I don't plan on it, and it's not anything negative. Some of them are negative, obviously. Some of them I just read other books and I don't like them. A lot of it is just stuff that I don't think has lived up to the hype for me enough to want to get into it. I don't want to sit here and bash because I don't know anything about these books. I've not read them, obviously, which is why I'm just saying I don't plan on reading them. I'm not trying to hate on the authors. I'm not trying to hate on anybody that likes these books. It's just not something that appeals to me, and I don't want to have to pretend to be interested in something or pretend to like something that I don't, because that's disingenuous to myself and also disingenuous to you. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I love this book when I didn't. These are OG Booktok books that I have no interest in. I probably will never read, and that's okay. I have no problem with that. A lot of these, again, have just been out for so long. I've heard so much about them that I just don't think they would align with me anymore. And again, the only way that I would read any of these probably is if I wanted to do a video reading books that I don't plan on reading. Who knows what I'm gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Not at all. But let me know if I am making a mistake. Let me know if any of these books are absolutely fabulous and I just need to read them. I need to put them back on my TBR. I don't need to write them off so quickly. I will possibly do a little bit more digging if you try to convince me, but as of right now, that's just kind of where I stand on that. But that's it. That's all I got. I so appreciate you sitting here and listening to me talk. I'm so glad that you joined me today. I really greatly appreciate you being here as always, and I hopefully will get to see you in the next one. The next one being tomorrow. See ya!